Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone watching. I'm your host, the Report of the Week, and thank you for watching, for tuning in. So this video, we're going to get right to it. This is probably one of the biggest requests that I've gotten in a long time. I've been getting people tweeting at me, people commenting, people emailing, you name it. A lot of people have been reaching out, and they wanted me to kind of give my own take on the iDubbbz fast food tier video. Which, if you haven't seen it already, iDubbbz, he's great. I've always been a big fan of his work. And it's a video where he ranks his, like the fast food, the major chains out there. A lot of people said, can you kind of do your own take on it? So I will. It's not going to be the exact same thing, just because I wanted to use the best chains that I think I'm familiar with, so I'm most qualified to give a viewpoint on. But nonetheless, we're going to give it a shot. This is reserved to personal opinions, so of course, we're all going to have our disagreements. There's going to be places that you're going to be like, I can't believe you hate this, or you like this, or, and so on and so forth. And I think we all have our own reservations when it comes down to any of these charts, where maybe, you've had a better experience than I have, or vice versa. So this is based on what I've experienced, what I've witnessed, and from my own observations over the years. Get ready. It's coming up. Buckle yourselves in, and here we go. So, I mean, there's a good amount of stuff there, and it's the same thing as always, the top, and going down here to the bottom, and we're just going to go, and how about we start out with the worst ones first? So let's see. Of all of these, which one is my least favorite? I gotta go with Dairy Queen first. That one's definitely an F right there. That one... I have not been a fan of Dairy Queen's food at all. I mean, every single time I've gone there, I have not had a single good experience. Now, their ice cream is a different story, but food-wise, I'm not feeling it one single bit. Alright, what else is bad? Let's see. Domino's. Not a fan of Domino's either. Domino's, I've just had one bad experience after the next with. Like, I used to be a huge fan of Domino's years ago, back when they had the deep dish pizza, and even back when they first released the pan pizza, but lately I've just been having one issue after another in regards to quality. And even, I would only get them for delivery, but even then lately I've been having more and more issues of consistency, and I'm not a fan of the Domino's. Subway, that one's self-explanatory. I am not a fan of Subway at all. Again, that's another thing. Not feeling the Subway. If I like getting subs, I usually go with Publix, though, of course, that's like a regional chain. But Subway, I mean, there have been things that I've gotten there that I even questioned whether if that was even real meat. There have been some things that just taste so off-putting. I'm just not a Subway fan one single bit. Let's see, are there any other ones that I think should go in the F tier? I don't think so. So what goes in the E? I'm feeling Burger King. Burger King is very, very hit or miss, and a lot of the times I'm not a fan of it. A lot of their new releases aren't the best. The one thing, the Angry Whopper, that one is really good, really solid, and that's probably the only reason why they aren't in the F. But most of the time I just skip over Burger King, but they have a little here and there maybe. Something that's decent enough. Arby's... I mean, personally, I'm just not the biggest fan of Arby's. Like, again, there's a select few things that I'll go to Arby's for, but most of the time I'm just not feeling them. What else? This one's going to be a controversial one, but it's just how I feel. Taco Bell. Consistency is a huge issue, because I even went to Taco Bell tonight, and, I was disappointed, and I've been getting disappointed more and more and more when it comes down to Taco Bell quality. Just not a fan. It's like they never put any meat in the tacos anymore. Sometimes it just doesn't taste good. Like, they'll have a few good items here and there out, and sometimes it'll be good, but it's so, I don't know, it's all over the place when it comes down to consistency and how good or bad it is. And I mean, it's just bad a lot more times than it is good at this point. That's what I've noticed anyway with Taco Bell. What other places? Let's see. Any other? KFC. I think that one's pretty self-explanatory, too. Just KFC, I mean, I don't know. They've just been going downhill more and more and more. I think that's it for the E tier. Let's see. What do I think is worthy of the D? The D tier. This one is kind of like slightly below average, you know? Not the best, not the worst either. Let's see. I think Sonic. I think that's a good example of it, where like Sonic, I'll go there for wings. I'll get the boneless wings. Those are solid enough. But when I go there to get burgers or anything else, I'm not a fan. It's like they do a few things good, but a lot of things are not on point. Probably the best way to put it. What other places are good for the D tier? Popeyes. Popeyes is another one, where it's a step above KFC, no doubt, but it has its issues too, especially after they completely desecrated those poor shrimp. I don't think I can really forgive them for that. And what else? I mean, I'll put White Castle here too, just because, I mean, they're pretty good for what they are, but like, it's not the best of the best. Like, they have their niche, and they fill it, and you know, they do a good enough job. But it's like, it's one of those things that you really have to be craving to enjoy White Castle. So if you got the crave, then it's all right, but if not, then that's an issue right there. I think that's it for the D tier. Now C, that's middle of the road. These are things that I think are just kind of average. You know, they do some good, some bad, but it kind of just cancels each other out. Let's see what works here. Pizza Hut. Pizza Hut, that's definitely C. A couple years ago, I probably would have rated them higher, but again, I've just been having more and more issues, and like some pizzas and the P-Zone and all that stuff, I'll go there for it and I'll say, yeah, this is good. But lately, I've just been getting some pizzas that aren't that good. The sauce has been a bit off lately, so that's why I'll kind of put them in the middle of the road there. What else? McDonald's. That's a good example of like a C, where I really like McDonald's breakfast. Again, that's another place that I go to regularly. I usually get some hash browns, sometimes the McGriddles or the biscuits, some orange juice. Yeah. They do a good job. Good, solid breakfast. But everything else, their burgers, their chicken sandwiches, their fries, it's like it's all over the place. Sometimes it'll be delicious, and then sometimes it's really bad. So I think McDonald's is kind of a good example of just being average. I'm going to throw in Wendy's there too, because again, their quality is variable. Like, some of their spicy chicken sandwiches are always really good. Some of their burgers are on point. And then you got a few things that I think could be a bit better too. So Wendy's is a good example of that. Carl's Jr., same type of deal. You know, Carl's Jr., Hardee's, pretty much the same thing. Going to throw those in the middle of the line there. Are there any other places? Let me think. Little Caesars too. That's another good one. Where like Little Caesars again. These are all the places that I think kind of do a good job on some things, and then other things aren't good at all. Like it's iffy, and you see that with so many fast food places nowadays. Yeah, definitely Little Caesars. They're gonna go there. Chipotle. I'm gonna throw those in as well. Like I haven't gone to Chipotle very often, but when I have, it's just like it's very pricey, and sometimes I don't really think the food is worth it. Other times it's good. It's like all these places, it's like your standard fast food at this point, where like sometimes it's better than others, and it's got its good and its bad for sure. Now going over to B, some of the things that are a little bit better than the usual. Let's see what places. Papa John's, yeah, that's gonna be they're pretty good for what they are. I've had more good experiences than bad over at Papa John's. Panda Express too. A lot of people, they don't like Panda Express, but I mean, again, I've had more good experiences with Panda Express than bad. I always like getting the orange chicken. The one honey sesame one that they bring back here and there is also good. The pot stickers are good. I enjoy the sides. I am a Panda Express fan. I know a lot of people don't like them, but I'm a fan of that. And then again, another controversial move. I'm going to throw in Five Guys there too, because again, like years ago, I'm talking 2010, 2011, I was a Five Guys fanatic. But again, more and more recently, I've been having some bad experiences with Five Guys. but they're still maintaining the standards. Again, I've had more good experiences than I've had bad over at Five Guys. As for A, In-N-Out, I've only been there once, but I mean, that meal was delicious. I mean, that was good. I thought In-N-Out was solid. They did a good job there. Good burger, good fries, good shakes, and I think everyone likes In-N-Out, and if I ever get the chance, I'll definitely try them out again. And then, for S, I'm gonna put Chick-fil-A there. I am a Chick-fil-A fan. I am. Good service, good quality food. I mean, I go there all the time. I get breakfast there, no issues. The chicken biscuits are fine. I get the spicy chicken sandwiches, the regular Chick-fil-A sandwiches, the nuggets, all of that. I mean, I always have good experiences there. Like I said, staff is good, price is good, food quality is good. So I think if there's one place that kind of deserves the S right there, that'd be Chick-fil-A for sure, because they do a good job and they do it right. I'm gonna keep Jack in the Box there just because I've never been to Jack in the Box, so I can't just kind of tack them onto the list there. There were other places that I would kind of throw in if it were available to me. Definitely up at the top, maybe at S or A. Culver's would go up there. They're kind of a regional chain, though they are ever expanding. They would go there because they're good. They're quality. Then probably for D, I would put Olive Garden there. All they need to do at this point is throw in a drive-thru, and it's fast food at this point. I mean, the quality is just plummeting over there. So definitely that's where that would stand. But otherwise, that's the fast food chart, fast food tier. So there it is. It's official. So that's where it stands. So I hope all of you are hanging in there. I barely was. I'll get that out there right now. I barely was, but I hope you're doing all right. And I mean, that's where it stands. Those are the findings. Those are the standings. And again, it's just really my 2 cents in regards to what I feel, some of the best and worst fast food chains are. Now, granted, of course, you can go to Chick-fil-A and you might have a bad experience, but overall, I've had mostly good ones. And same thing, like you can go to Subway and you can actually have that's not true. I don't think I've had a good sandwich from Subway in a very long time. But, you know what I mean. Maybe if you get like a genie and maybe you use one of the 3 wishes, assuming it's not one of those genies that'll just mess around with you, and you wish for Subway to be better, then it might be good for you, but you know what I mean. So, hope you enjoyed the video. These are my findings, these are my standings, and this is my response to the iDubbbz fast food tier. So, there it is. It's official, it is written, and that's where that stands. Alright, on one final note, it's obligatory to mention, and since I'm using the fancy schmancy screen capture thing, be sure to check out my new podcast. You can find the link right there in the description of the video. You can also find it at youtube.com/VORW podcast. Make sure you check out my newest episode in regards to apathy and not caring in society. A few philosophical thoughts on something going around today, but really hope you could check it out. It's very near and dear to me, and I hope you can watch it as well. And with that, that's all that I have for you, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you enjoyed the video. Your thoughts are always welcome in the comments. Always great to hear from you, see what you have to say. And do stay tuned. We'll be seeing you again in a few days with another video. Take care. Have a wonderful remainder of your weekend. I'm your host, the Report of the Week.